Hey there lovelies, it's Sarah Leonard here from auraangelart.etsy.com and welcome to another one of my art journal videos. I've just started a series, you might have seen the previous example on this side, which is kind of exploring these oracle cards that I have by Claudia Olivos called Sacred Mothers and Goddesses. And this week I chose the Butterfly Maiden as my card to identify with because of its words, because of what it relates to, which is openness and renewal, and also because I do love to use butterflies in my paintings anyway. I quite often use them as angel wings. And her message is to open yourself to transformation and growth. You are able to evolve and change continuously, which I think is a really nice message. So this is the little angel that I created in response to that as my prompt. And I took some of the colours from the original card. I took the kind of pink from her energy, as that's a colour that is associated with the Butterfly Maiden. And obviously I used lots and lots of butterflies as part of this creation. So let me run you through what I used to make her. So I did a lot of collage. I really seem to have fallen back in love with collage in the background of my pages before I begin. So I made a whole layer of collage all over with a vintage book page in the middle so that I had a really good starting point for her face. I used lots and lots of collage butterflies, which I spent a good bit of time cutting out. I also used some acrylic paints. So up at the top I used this metallic sapphire Docraft Artiste paint. I used some golden phthalo blue and I used some Mars black and some iridescent rich silver up at the very top as well, and I applied those. You'll see that in the video that I kind of put them on with my fingers, and then I used this natural sponge to kind of move things around and add in the bits of the silver to the very top. On the bottom half I used these colours, so I used Quinacridone Magenta by Golden, I used Blackberry in the Docraft Artiste range, and Burgundy Rose in the Deco Art Crafters Acrylic range. And I also used a little bit of this Liquitex Iridescent White, which is just a kind of sparkly overview, which I put on again with my fingers and then with the natural sponge in the background. I then did a little layer of gesso, mostly in the middle, to give me a good solid starting point for my angel, because the background was quite dark. For the collage elements I used my Mod Podge mat, as I always do. For the face I used my Daler-Rowney Portrait Pink, and I used my Neo Art Bars in Ochre Golden Cadmium Yellow, which is actually an orange colour, and Burnt Sienna. And I used my Pitt pens, my Prismacolor pencils in different layers. I used my Uniball eye pen for the finer details, my Jane Davenport paint over pen for the white highlights. I used my Stabilo oil pencil in black for some of the final outlining of her after I'd put in her energy, and I actually used my Stabilo oil pencil in white this time, just to kind of outline the butterflies, just to see how that would look, and I do actually quite like it. I think it makes them stand out quite nicely. What else did I use? I used my sparkly Jane Davenport pens in gold and silver, and I used a Pentel paint marker in silver for some of the dots up in the sky, and a Kuretake metallic marker for some of the pinky dots in the background at the bottom of the page. And I think that's everything that I used. For the energy, I used my gelato in iced rosé, which is a really nice metallic-y pink kind of colour. And I'm really pleased with how she's turned out. I'm really enjoying using that oracle deck as my kind of starting off point for creating these different pieces in my art journal. I think I'm going to enjoy seeing how this series progresses. So in the next part of the video, you'll get to see her come to life. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to put them in the comments. In the description box, I'll put a link also to my Etsy store. So if you like some of my art here, you might want to see, is there anything in my shop that might be just right for you? Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.